Welcome into Week 5 of Football Frenzy Plus, brought to you by McCloskey Kessler. I am Eric Graver. He is Josh Reisig, and we had another exciting week of action around the state line. We got our first full slate of Nick 10 football. Finally, It's been quite a while since we've seen all of the Nick 10 teams play on a Friday night. But first, we got to get to our game of the week, which is over in big northern country. And Josh, you made the trip out to Dixon for their homecoming game.
Yeah, and their homecoming game, fans were just electric. Everybody there was so ready for this game. Obviously, Lutheran's the toughest opponent that Dixon was seeing to this point. And it was going to be a big testament for them. And, I mean, let's get into those highlights to see kind of how the game panned out.
Yeah, and talking about that environment, too, one of my favorite in high school football around the area. And take it away, Josh.
Oh, yeah, and the Dukes ran out through that purple smoke for their homecoming game to remain undefeated against Lutheran. And on the first play from scrimmage of the game, they give the ball to Landon Knegge, and check out how he finds the hole and uses elusiveness to look upfield, making multiple guys miss for the huge first down. Only 4 plays later, Knegge gets the ball again and says, "Give me that touchdown" for the 26-yard tutty. And the Dukes were up 7-0 early. The fans hyped up, and a quick Lutheran 3-and-out gives Dixon the ball again. And what do you expect? It's Landon Knegge breaking free, going 40 yards to the house to give Dixon a 14-0 lead. Jumping to the second quarter, Lutheran desperately needing points as David Ballard gets the jet touch pass, makes a move, and he's got his eyes on the end zone as he takes it 55-plus yards to narrow Dixon's lead. However, Dixon won't take their foot off the gas. It's Knegge again with the 40-yard rush to put Dixon in great position to score just before the half, as Devin Wallace is the man to get the ball here and punch it in to give the Dukes a 28-13 lead. And Lutheran just can't catch a break just before the half on this overpowered snap on the punt to give Lutheran the ball in great field position and give them another chance to score. The Dukes win big time for their homecoming Castle victory, 56-13.
What a win for those Dukes. And now heading out to the Nick 10, we'll start with a competitive game between Harlem and Guilford involving several lead changes in this one. In the second, Harlem up 9-6. Jason Teal coming up with a big-time sack. Strong stand on defense forces the Huskies to punt. And on that ensuing drive, Chris Porter tallies a nice reception from the quarterback, Grayson Weber, turns on the moves, evading defenders, gets all the way down to the 1-yard line. Number 7, hard to bring down. That sets up a touchdown by Isaias Primus, and Guilford takes the lead back 13-9. Primus fired up, wants to let everyone know about it. Huskies trying to respond in a 2-minute drill. Cameron Schmittendorf comes up with the ball on the tip drill. Guilford thinks it's a pick, but it's ruled a completion, so Harlem still in business. They take over the lead on the first drive of the third now, making it 16-13, and then Jamani Muhammad turns on the Jets for a 21-yard touchdown run. Harlem goes up 23-13, and the Huskies win big, 30-13 over the G-Vikes.
Wow, big time win. Elsewhere in the conference, Belvedere North 1 win away from becoming playoff eligible. They can make this a reality against Jefferson today. Thunder strike first. Xavier McElroy with a 22-yard touchdown run. He's a sophomore they brought up for tonight's game, and B-North's up 7-0. Jefferson trying to respond here, and of course it's LaShawn Gathright refusing to be taken down. No spin move through, and it's an 11-yard gain.
They were not going to let that man spin.
Yeah, no way. Jayhawks come up empty-handed out of that drive, though. Later in the first, Nicholas Tapia with the QB keeper. He picks up a dozen yards. That sets up Ben Butcher on the next play for a 21-yard score to put the home team up 14-0 on this big-time TD. Blue Thunder put up a storm in the 47-8 win.
Big time win on homecoming for B North. And now heading out to Titan Stadium with Boylan hosting the Belvedere Bucks in the second quarter. Belvedere trailing 6-22, trying to get the air game moving a little bit, but can't connect here. So they're punting on fourth down, and it's a fake punt. Nick Alvarez to Jaden Monto. A little bit of shifty moves there, and he is off to the races. What a play call by the Bucks, and they are in business, trailing by just a score now. Dom Cacciatore, the Titans quarterback, looking for a response on his Titans offense, and nice pass over the top. Just perfect touch on that one to Anthony Lorenzo. Boylan goes up 28-14. Later in the second, Boylan with the ball going for it on fourth down. Nick Alvarez stopping him in his tracks, and that will get the Belvedere the ball, and the Bucks pick up inside the final minute. They would get an interception, so they'd have a chance at some points. And on the screen pass, Nick Alvarez is off, and it is a touchdown for Alvarez. So to recap his second quarter, he had a touchdown pass, a fourth down stop, and then a touchdown run inside the final minute of the first half. But the Titans figure things out in the second half, and they win this one 57-21.
Over to Hononegah, 3-1 Hana with Dominic Kelly back at the helm, visiting the 2-2 Freeport Pretzels. Freeport looking for points late in the second quarter. Peyton Woker on the scramble has nowhere to go but sideways. He's chased out of bounds by Keegan Vansel, forcing the Pretzels to punt. Hano back on offense, looking to add a 14-0 lead. Kelly on the run, looking for a receiver. Picks up Braden Lane on the near sideline for a big gain to move the chains. Then Kelly will follow the Curtis Smith block on the draw play keeper and burn up a bunch of yards down into Pretzel territory before he's hauled out of bounds. Kelly, looking to run on the draw again, is met right away by Michael Tillman. For three or more Pretzels helping out, Tillman giving a helping hand to Kelly after the play. Less than a minute in the half and till the half, Kelly goes through the air straight to Freeport's Brayson Whitty right here on the interception as the Pretzels hold off this drive and take a knee to go into halftime. But Hano adds on in the second half and holds Freeport scoreless for a 35-0 victory.
Another win for Hononegah in our final Nick 10 game now. Auburn High School, the Knights hosting the E-Rabs. It was a scoreless game early in the second quarter. The East E-Rabs standing tall on defense. Diego Pina, nice tackle for loss in the backfield. Now the Auburn quarterback scrambling out, but the ball comes out too. Demarius Creighton has that ball right in his lap, and he is into the end zone for the first touchdown of this game, pointing right at you in your living room. Wants to show you what he got. That is a pick six for the E-Rabs. On Auburn's next drive now, trying to make something happen. A tip drill again. Corbin Hayda now into the end zone, and two defensive touchdowns on two straight drives. The E-Rabs go falling over, toppling into each other on that big-time play. And what a defensive stand for East, and they go on to win this one 38-6. And we still got more football coming your way after the break. We are going to take you to a couple of NUIC games with the Dupec Rivermen hosting their homecoming game against Galena. Plus, we'll have highlights from the red-hot Eastland Pearl City Wildcats hitting the road to face a tough Stockton team. More highlights when Football Frenzy Plus returns right after the break.